All right, hoopheads, that's the buzzer for today's predictions. Big thanks for rolling with us. If you're vibing with our picks, slam that subscribe button and get on board. Catch you on the court tomorrow. Peace. The first today's prediction is for the matchup between Toronto Raptors and Orlando Magic. As we gear up for the thrilling NBA face-off between the Toronto Raptors and Orlando Magic, I've taken a deep dive into their stats playbook. Here's my courtside scoop. The Raptors are dropping an impressive 110.8 points a game, hitting their shots with a 46.2% field goal accuracy and draining threes at a 33.6% clip. They're solid at the charity stripe too, nailing 71.4% of their free throws. Diving into the analytics, they sport an offensive rating of 111.1 and lockdown on defense with the same score, evening out to a net zero. Their effective field goal percentage is a sweet 52.4%. And they're grabbing 51.2% of all rebounds up for grabs. Switching gears to the Magic, they're putting up 109 points a night. Their shooting game is a bit cooler with a 45.3% field goal percentage and 33.0% from downtown. But they're money at the free throw line, sinking 75.8% of their attempts. On the stats sheet, their offensive rating is 110.2, but their defensive hustle gives them an edge at 107.4, netting a rating of 2.8. They're also at a 51.2% effective field goal percentage and slightly out-hustle the Raptors in the rebound department with 52.5%. Breaking down these numbers, a few key plays stand out. The Raptors and Magic are toe-to-toe in scoring and shooting, but the Magic's free throw finesse and slightly tougher D might be the game changers. Plus, their rebounding edge is crucial. Owning the boards often means owning the game. With this breakdown, I'm placing my bets on the Orlando Magic. Their slight upper hand in free throws and rebounding can be game deciders in nail-biters. Add their slightly more impactful defense to the mix, and they could squeak by the Raptors in what's shaping up to be a barn burner. But remember, this play-by-play is based on the current form and stats of these squads. Factors like injuries or unexpected plays can always flip the script. So, let's watch the drama unfold. But for now, my dough is on the Magic to clinch it and beat the minus 2-point spread. The next prediction is for the match between Indiana Pacers and Atlanta Hawks. In the East's hardcourt battlegrounds, the clash at State Farm Arena isn't just another game. It's a critical showdown for the in-season tournament's Group A supremacy. The Pacers, balling with a solid 7-5 record and an unblemished against-the-spread record, are the top dogs in the group. A win here could cement their lead, but the Hawks, sitting at 6-6 and 4-8-0 against the spread, are eyeing to shake things up and potentially create a three-way deadlock with a dub. Despite taking a 12-point hit from Orlando recently, the Pacers are lighting up the scoreboard with the league's top offensive rating. Their game plans? A killer combo of sharpshooting from downtown and lethal finishing at the rim, backed by a top 5 turnover and true shooting percentage. Their defense is a weak spot in their overall strategy, ranking 27th in defensive rating and facing difficulties in guarding both the paint and the perimeter. The Hawks, meanwhile, are facing turbulence on their turf, especially against the East's heavy hitters. Their defensive stats mirror Indiana's troubles, ranking 22nd in defensive rating and 25th in snagging defensive boards. Offensively, though, they're a force to reckon with, 5th in offensive rating and scoring prowess, dominating in offensive rebounds and free throw efficiency. So, what's the play? Both squads pack an offensive punch, but have leaky defenses. This matchup is shaping up to be a nail-biter, likely going down to the wire. The Pacers, with their sharper offense, might have a slight advantage despite their weaker D. I'm betting on Indiana to cover the 3-point spread, expecting them to either clinch the win or keep it a one-possession game. The next prediction is for the match between Cleveland Cavaliers and Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers are tearing up the court with a stellar 10-3 record, and they're about to roll out the red carpet for the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are not too far behind at 7-6. Philly has got a game, ranking second in offensive efficiency in the league. That's serious firepower against Cleveland's average of 111.2 points a night. The Cavs, though, aren't backing down. They've bagged 4 wins in their last 5 matchups, showing some real grit, especially with Donovan Mitchell sidelined and Karis LeVert's playtime up in the air. Their recent slam dunk over the Nuggets, finishing strong at 121-109, with Darius Garland nailing 26 points, was nothing short of epic. Meanwhile, the 76ers have been lighting up the scoreboard too, especially with their recent 121-99 thrashing of the Nets, all thanks to Joel Embiid's monstrous 32 points. They're not just about scoring, though. Their defense is as solid as a brick wall, ranking 13th in points allowed per game and shooting a scorching 48.3% from the field. The Cavaliers are in the mix too, hitting 47.5% of their shots and grabbing 44.3 rebounds per game, but Philly's got the upper hand with 45.8 rebounds. Historically, the Cavs have been eating dust against the 76ers, with a track record of 1-7 SU in their last 8 face-offs. And let's not forget Philly's home court. That place is a fortress where they've been putting up some serious shows. The bookies have the 76ers favored by 3.5 points, with the over-under set at 225. Looking at Philly's sharper shooting, better rebounding stats, and their home court mojo, they're poised for another W. But the Cavs are no pushovers, and they're looking to bring the heat. I'm placing my bets on the Philadelphia 76ers to not only snatch the win, but also to cover that minus 3.5 point spread. The next prediction is for the match between Portland Trail Blazers and Phoenix Suns. In the fast-paced world of the NBA, the Footprint Center is set to witness a clash of fortunes as the Portland Trail Blazers, stuck in a tough spot with a 3-10 record, go head-to-head against the Phoenix Suns. The Blazers are in a bit of a pickle, averaging a modest 102.92 points with their shots not dropping as hoped, only making 42.77% from the field. Defensively, they're in hot water too, ranking lowest in the league. Their game is also hurting from less than stellar rebounding and three-point shooting, only nailing 30.47% from downtown. Injuries to key playmakers like Anthony Simons and Malcolm Brogdon have only added salt to the wound, affecting their hustle at both ends of the court. On the flip side, the Suns, boasting a 7-6 record, are riding high. They're lighting up the scoreboard with an average of 117.08 points and solid shooting from the field at 47.32%. Their three-point game is on point too, making 39.25%, and they're nothing but net from the charity stripe, shooting 83.18% on free throws. The Suns have been owning the boards as well, grabbing 44.46 rebounds per game. Even without their star players Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, they've been showing off their scoring touch and defensive chops. When it comes to head-to-head matchups, the Suns have the upper hand over the Blazers, leading 7-3 in their last 10 encounters. They've been outgunning Portland in scoring and shooting efficiency in recent face-offs. Considering the current form, the Blazers' injury woes, and the Suns' offensive and defensive firepower, I'm betting on the Suns to not only win, but also to cover the 12.5 point spread like a slam dunk. The last prediction for today is for the match between Utah Jazz and Los Angeles Lakers. It's game time at the Crypto.com arena, where the Utah Jazz and the Los Angeles Lakers are set to clash in a much-anticipated showdown. The Jazz, sitting at a 4-9 scorecard, are eager to shake off their recent slump, especially after their double overtime heartbreaker against the Phoenix Suns. Utah's been lighting it up from downtown, hitting 37.0% of their trays and topping the charts in offensive boards, grabbing 33.3% of their mices. However, their defense is on shaky ground, lagging behind in the league's defensive metrics. Utah's big guns, Lauri Markkanen, Jordan Clarkson, and John Collins, are firing on all cylinders this season. Meanwhile, the Lakers, with an 8-6 record, are hitting their stride, snagging wins in 5 of their last 6 outings, including triumphs against the Trailblazers and Rockets. They might be struggling to pile up points, ranked 24th in scoring efficiency, but their defense is holding the fort, allowing just 111.8 points per 100 possessions. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are the key playmakers, with James dishing out dimes and scoring big, while Davis dominates on both ends of the court. The Lakers need to step up their perimeter defense, which might be challenged by Utah's sharpshooters. In recent matchups, the Jazz have been schooling the Lakers, covering the spread in their last 4 encounters. Utah's scoring machine and top-tier rebounding against the Lakers' quest for offensive rhythm hint at a nail-biter. But don't count out the Lakers' recent form and home court advantage. They've been struggling to beat the spread in their recent games and facing tough competition in the Western Conference, while the Jazz have been more reliable against their conference rivals. The scoreboards have been on fire in their last face-offs, with the last 5 meetings going over the total and the past 4 games each racking up more than 236 points. Expect another high-scoring thriller, given both teams' love for a fast-paced game. From the betting angle, the Lakers opened as 7.5-point favorites, with the total set at 236 points. The line hasn't budged much, but the totals dipped slightly to 235.5. With the Lakers' defensive upswing and playing on their turf, they could have the edge in this clash. Wrapping it up while the Jazz pack a punch offensively, the Lakers' recent defensive upswing and the advantage of playing at home might just tip the scales. However, Utah's knack for covering the spread and their scoring efficiency means they won't go down without a fight. My bet, back the Lakers to take the win and cover the 7.5-point spread. All right, ballers and shot callers, that's the final whistle on our game day guesses. Major shout out for bouncing through the plays with us. If our predictions are scoring points with you, smash that subscribe like a backboard and leap into our lineup. Catch you for the next tip-off. Stay smooth till then.